All right, 536A. There's a question that I want to answer. And the question is, what do actual Swedenborgians think of Neo-Swedenborgianism? And it is an easy question to answer. And that is because actual Swedenborgians are familiar with the history of Swedenborg. And part of the history of Swedenborg is a list of readers of Swedenborg. Because the Swedenborgian denomination is not very big, but the list of readers of Swedenborg and people who have had their thought and life's work influenced by Swedenborg is very long. Charles Dickens, for example, William Blake famously, and the list goes on and on. And so I would be categorized under the list of people, of readers of Swedenborg. And you can be a reader of Swedenborg without being a believer in Swedenborg. And so that does not offend Swedenborgians. To be a reader of Swedenborg is not offensive to Swedenborgians. So this entire philosophy is just an alternate viewing of the writings of Swedenborg. The writings themselves are extraordinary and maybe even impenetrable to the general reader. So I'm thinking I might do some mining in the writings of Swedenborg and bring some things out that are curious. Now, just from memory, I have one primary thing I'll just mention today, which is that according to Swedenborg, when you are in the afterlife, when you're in the spirit world, after you die, you have absolute freedom to do anything you want. And he says that a lot of times people don't really believe it when they hear this. And but then once they're convinced, they go off and do whatever it is they want with no limits and no one to tell you can't. And that's heaven, where anybody can do anything they want. And one of the things I'm doing here is to try within bounds and within reason to bring that idea into real life on earth, which is to say, to, in a way, create heaven on earth. And by heaven on earth, I mean this specific aspect of what Swedenborg describes, where you have the freedom to be who you want to be and to do what you want to do. Now, of course, this is not really possible in the modern world day to day, but it is possible to kind of start thinking down those lines, because it's actually takes a long time to even figure out what it is you want to do, and there's a lot of false starts, and you go this way and that way, and so it's not always a 1, 2, 3 type thing, and sometimes you really want to do one thing and you do it, and you do it so much that you've done it, and you want to break from it even. So anyway, this is not a cut and dry process. This is an exploration of where is it you want to go, what is it you want to do. It takes some reflection, some time to figure out. But then when you come upon something that you want to pursue in some way, set aside some time for that. Maybe 15 minutes here or there to read about it, or to research about it, or to read the history of something, or if it's a craft or an art you want to take up, to start drawing with a pencil on paper. Anyway, you get the point. So I guess that'll do for now. Thanks. See ya. Bye.